以色列开打了，当地时间28日，以色列对伊朗发动了先发制人的打击，同时全国宣布进入紧急状态，要求民众待在受保护的区域附近，以防止伊朗使用无人机和弹道导弹进行报复。目前根据多方媒体报道，伊朗首都已经发生了多起爆炸，其中哈梅内伊所在的住所附近也遭到了轰炸，但哈梅内伊已经离开了德黑兰，被转移到了安全的地方。根据路透社报道，美国官员称，美国正从空中和海上打击伊朗，而以色列方面也表示，本次袭击是几个礼拜前就已经和美国确定好了袭击的时间，其计划早在2个月前就已经制定好了。所以之前美伊之间的谈判真的是谈归谈，打归打，好像互不相干。你看美国之前跟委内瑞拉的时候也是谈，但是结果呢，还不是采取武力的方式。所以还是那句话，美国的话不能全信。本次以色列第一波空袭制定的目标有几十个，以色列方面使用的是远程导弹，以此来达到出其不意的一个效果。目前呢，第一波袭击已经结束了，第二波袭击已经开始了，预计后面还有多次袭击，并且以色列官员称，所有伊朗领导人都是攻击目标。这一点跟去年他们刚开始爆发冲突的时候采取的方式基本上是一样的，都是以色列先上，美国在旁边打辅助，然后进行斩首行动，或者说摧毁相关的军事目标以及设施等等之类的。当然，面对突如其来的袭击，目前伊朗方面称将进行毁灭性的回复。根据以色列军方表示，目前伊朗已经发射了2轮弹道导弹进行回复，但是我估计伊朗方面的反击或许比较有限，因为伊朗的军事力量跟美国还是有很大的差距的。伊朗现在不仅要面对美国还有以色列，而且这次美国方面的态度又十分的强硬，跟去年美国打了就跑的这种行为相比，这一次美国提前了这么久，部署了这么多军力，那么美国方面想达成的战略目标那就跟以前是不太一样了，这次可能要更加来得猛烈一些。并且按照伊朗的现状，一方面他前段时间才刚刚国内爆发了大抗议，而另外一方面他又是一个被西方国家长期制裁的国家，本身呢国内的经济就不太好，资源呢又十分的有限，所以对于现在的伊朗来讲，它的压力和挑战也是十分的巨大。伊朗目前的优势就在于它的弹道导弹，但如果想要打出好的效果，那得需要大量且密集的弹道导弹来进行集中发射，这样子才能更好的突破美伊之间的防线。至少在这一点上面，去年美伊爆发冲突的时候是通过发射大量弹道导弹去突破以色列的防空系统的。所以结合目前的现状，这里有几个问题。第一个，伊朗的经济能不能跟得上？第二的一个就是产能能不能跟得上，毕竟不是说你这一波打了，下一波就不打了，下一波就不发射了，你要打的话肯定要分出个胜负，或者说要达到一个既定目标。然后第三的一个就是面对目前的这种压力，伊朗能不能够顶得住，国内能不能够团结一致，全面对外。所以这些就是伊朗现目前面临的挑战。目前呢，特朗普针对本次袭击发表了讲话，但是呢，他的讲话有很多内容我认为是非常不合理的，大家可以看一下。
A short time ago, the United States military began major combat operations in Iran. Our objective is to defend the American people by eliminating imminent threats from the Iranian regime, a vicious group of very hard, terrible people. Its menacing activities directly endanger the United States, our troops, our bases overseas, and our allies throughout the world. For 47 years, the Iranian regime has chanted death to America and waged an unending campaign of bloodshed and mass murder, targeting the United States, our troops, and the innocent people in many, many countries. Among the regime's very first acts was to back a violent takeover of the U.S. Embassy in Tehran, holding dozens of American hostages for 444 days. In 1983, Iran's proxies carried out the Marine barracks bombing in Beirut that killed 241 American military personnel. In 2000, they knew and were probably involved with the attack on the USS Cole. Many died. Iranian forces killed and maimed hundreds of American service members in Iraq. The regime's proxies have continued to launch countless attacks against American forces stationed in the Middle East in recent years, as well as U.S. naval and commercial vessels and international shipping lanes. It's been mass terror, and we're not going to put up with it any longer. From Lebanon to Yemen and Syria to Iraq, the regime has armed, trained, and funded terrorist militias that have soaked the earth with blood and guts. And it was Iran's proxy, Hamas, that launched the monstrous October 7th attacks on Israel, slaughtering more than 1,000 innocent people, including 46 Americans, while taking 12 of our citizens hostage. It was brutal, something like the world has never seen before. Iran is the world's #1 state sponsor of terror and just recently killed tens of thousands of its own citizens on the street as they protested. It has always been the policy of the United States, in particular, my administration, that this terrorist regime can never have a nuclear weapon. I'll say it again. They can never have a nuclear weapon. That is why in Operation Midnight Hammer last June, we obliterated the regime's nuclear program at Fordow, Natanz, and Isfahan. After that attack, we warned them never to resume their malicious pursuit of nuclear weapons, and we sought repeatedly to make a deal. We tried. They wanted to do it. They didn't want to do it. Again, they wanted to do it. They didn't want to do it. They didn't know what was happening. They just wanted to practice evil. But Iran refused, just as it has for decades and decades. They've rejected every opportunity to renounce their nuclear ambitions, and we can't take it anymore. Instead, they attempted to rebuild their nuclear program and to continue developing long-range missiles that can now threaten our very good friends and allies in Europe, our troops stationed overseas, and could soon reach the American homeland. Just imagine how emboldened this regime would be if they ever had and actually were armed with nuclear weapons as a means to deliver their message. For these reasons, the United States military is undertaking a massive and ongoing operation to prevent this very wicked, radical dictatorship from threatening America and our core national security interests. We are going to destroy their missiles and raise their missile industry to the ground. It will be totally, again, obliterated. We're going to annihilate their Navy. We're going to ensure that the region's terrorist proxies can no longer destabilize the region or the world and attack our forces and no longer use their IEDs or roadside bombs, as they are sometimes called, to so gravely wound and kill thousands and thousands of people, including many Americans. And we will ensure that Iran does not obtain a nuclear weapon. It's a very simple message. They will never have a nuclear weapon. This regime will soon learn that no one should challenge the strength and might of the United States Armed Forces. I built and rebuilt our military in my first administration, and there is no military on earth even close to its power, strength, or sophistication. My administration has taken every possible step to minimize the risk to U.S. personnel in the region. Even so, and I do not make this statement lightly, the Iranian regime seeks to kill. The lives of courageous American heroes may be lost, and we may have casualties. That often happens in war. But we're doing this not for now. We're doing this for the future, and it is a noble mission. We pray for every service member as they selflessly risk their lives to ensure that Americans and our children will never be threatened by a nuclear-armed Iran. We ask God to protect all of our heroes in harm's way, and we trust that, with his help, the men and women of the armed forces will prevail. We have the greatest in the world, and they will prevail. To the members of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard, the armed forces, and all of the police, I say tonight that you must lay down your weapons and have complete immunity, or, in the alternative, face certain death. So, lay down your arms, you will be treated fairly with total immunity, or you will face certain death. Finally, to the great proud people of Iran, I say tonight that the hour of your freedom is at hand. Stay sheltered. Don't leave your home. It's very dangerous outside. Bombs will be dropping everywhere. When we are finished, take over your government. It will be yours to take. This will be probably your only chance for generations. For many years, you have asked for America's help, but you never got it. No president was willing to do what I am willing to do tonight. Now you have a president who is giving you what you want. So let's see how you respond. America is backing you with overwhelming strength and devastating force. Now is the time to seize control of your destiny and to unleash the prosperous and glorious future that is close within your reach. This is the moment for action. Do not let it pass. May God bless the brave men and women of America's armed forces. May God bless the United States of America. May God bless you all. Thank you.